What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ed, aka Big Bank. This is officially video number 2. I really just want to start this video by thanking you all for showing me love on my first video. I got a lot of support, new subscribers, likes, comments, and to everybody who gave me feedback. I really want to just say thank you all for tuning into my video because I didn't expect to get as much support as I did. If you haven't already checked out my first video, make sure you go check it out. But I briefly talked about my fitness journey so far, the first few years of my fitness journey. So you guys have asked me a lot of questions about my diet, my nutrition, what I'm eating, how much of it I'm eating. And today I wanted to touch on that a little bit and just share some information so that you guys can start developing better habits in the kitchen. And unfortunately, I won't be able to cover it entirely in this one video. I'm just gonna share with you 5 essential items that I always have in stock. I always have them in the fridge or in the pantry. Whether I'm losing weight, whether I'm gaining weight, these items I will eat year round. The only thing that really changes is the portion of them. So I may eat more or less of a specific food, but these 5 items I always have in my pantry or kitchen. I'm a very lazy person in the kitchen. I don't like to stand over the stove for a long period of time. If possible, I want to be in the kitchen for just one day a week and just prepare my food for that entire week. I have no interest in cooking. So if you're anything like me and it's important for you to save time and still eat better, you could probably take away a lot from this video, so keep on watching. I got a few items for you that you probably can... How can I help you on making the video?
No, I was gonna tell you something, but it's cool, I ain't your nigga.
Tell you to. You could probably give me some views. So I'm gonna share with you 5 items that I always have in my pantry, always have in my fridge, whether I'm cutting or gaining weight. These 5 items I'm always gonna have to stay fit year round. So item number 1, it's gonna be chicken breast, or chicken tenderloins is exactly what I go for. This is pretty much chicken breast, but just cut up into little pieces. This is actually my favorite source of protein. Like, I would go for chicken breast any day. If you guys watch my Instagram stories, you see I make this weekly. Make a large batch of them, and then I have protein for the week. It's a good source of protein, easy to make. Season it up, throw some salt in there. So I'm a big chicken person. Like, put this in the oven and then just go about your day. You can't go wrong with chicken breast, to be honest with you. So this you will always find in my fridge or freezer. I'll always have chicken breast year round, whether I'm cutting, whether I'm gaining weight. This is my favorite source of protein. The only problem with this, you do have to prepare it. It doesn't cook itself. So if you're a lazy person in the kitchen like me, you know, this is the one thing that I actually have to cook. Chicken breast is good to have. Cutting or gaining, I'm always gonna have chicken breast. So this is an essential for me year round. Can't go wrong with the chicken. The reason why I go for the chicken tenderloins, they're already cut into small pieces. So a lot of times I don't even have to weigh it so much. Like, I can tell about how much of it is because it's already cut into pieces. So I like that too, because again, I'm lazy in the kitchen. I wanna eat good, but I just don't wanna spend too much time on top of the stove, and a lot of you are probably similar in that way. So chicken tenderloins, you should have this in your fridge or freezer, of course, if you're not vegan. So item number 2, I always have a lot of this, and this comes in many brands. So this is just a store brand. It's frozen rice, and some of you are probably looking at me like I'm crazy because frozen rice can get a little bit pricey, right? I don't like, 1, I suck at making rice, but 2, I can pop this in the microwave and in 5 minutes I have enough rice for basically 2 meals. I like this also because it's already weighed. I don't have to weigh it each meal. If I boil some rice, then I have to weigh it to make sure I'm eating a certain amount. So this right here, year round in the freezer. I always have brown rice. The problem is it gets a little pricey. It's a lot cheaper to cook your rice. But again, I'm all about convenience. So this is already weighed out. I can just pop it in the microwave, and in 5 minutes, I know exactly how much rice I have. I don't have to stand over it and watch it cook. So again, you don't want to be in the kitchen all day, but you still want to have a proper diet, go for the frozen rice. I do have this all year round, whether I'm cutting or bulking. The only thing that'll really vary is how much of it I have. So obviously, if I'm cutting back on weight, I'm not going to eat too much rice. But if I'm bulking, I would say I rely pretty heavily on rice. Not only rice, but I would eat more obviously if I'm gaining weight. Item number 3, similar to number 2. You can honestly get any frozen vegetable. Now, I'm not an expert, I'm not a nutritionist, but I will say that I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to food. Most people would say that the best way to prepare your vegetables would be to obviously cook fresh vegetables. But I mentioned how lazy I am in the kitchen. I don't feel like cooking fresh vegetables, to be honest. This I can pop in the microwave and have vegetables within minutes. Again, already measured out, so I don't have to sit there and weigh this every single day. All I have to do, heat it up, pop it on a plate, and I know exactly how much of it I'm eating each meal. Already pre-weighed within minutes. These guys, again, they come in so many brands. 89 cents, cutting, bulking, year-round. I have a bunch of these in the freezer. I specifically like cut green beans, but you can do broccoli. There's a bunch of vegetables in the frozen section that like, you just pop them in the microwave and within minutes you have. So item number 4 is actually, you want to be careful how many of them you eat because they're fatty, but they're a healthy fat. So for me, it would be almonds. Year-round, I have almonds. They are fatty, so they're calorie dense. People think that because almonds are healthy, they can eat a bunch of them. Careful how many almonds you have. Really good to snack on. I mean, it doesn't really like get me full, but if I know I just need a few calories, I usually would just add the difference with some almonds. So these guys, I'm gonna eat year-round. This will always be in my cabinet. Whether I'm bulking or cutting, that's really the determining factor for how much of it, like the portion size of them. But for the most part, I'm gonna have this year-round in my pantry. It's easy. You just weigh it out, put it in a plastic bag, and there's your snack for the day. So careful how much of this you eat. And last but not least, whey protein. I mean, year-round, you're gonna find this in my shelf. And let me just start by saying this, supplementation in general, protein included, it's not necessary. You don't need protein to see gains, to see results. You absolutely don't. If you have a great diet, you can honestly just ditch the protein entirely. And if I do have it, it's just gonna be once a day. So I don't rely heavily on protein. The reason I do like protein though, is because it is a good source and it's just really easy to prepare. You mix a scoop of this with either some water and milk. It also serves as a good like flavoring tool. So if you're making oatmeal, if you guys like oatmeal, a scoop of this usually will really bring out some good flavor in the oatmeal without having to add that extra sugar, syrup, and all that other stuff. A lot of times, I may not always have chicken prepared, but I still need protein. So I can at least, you know, put this in a shake real quick, shake it up with some milk, and there you go, 25 grams of protein, easy. Now this particular brand, I've actually been in their ambassador program for the last few months, and I actually was using them months prior to being in the ambassador program, but I do like their product a lot. If you guys are interested in protein powder and you don't want to spend too much money, you can actually go on their website, evlnutrition.com. I'll put it in the link below. You can use my discount code and 20% off your entire order if you use my discount code. So I have that in the description box. So again, I do keep this around year round. You really can't go wrong with protein powder. I think it's a good source of protein. But again, it's not everything. You can still achieve great results with or without it. So don't rely too much on supplementation. Now that's all I have for you guys today. And again, I obviously eat plenty more items. It's not just those 5, but maybe I'll make a part 2. I'll be sure to include some of the other items that I eat. I obviously want to dig into the nutrition part of it a little bit more with you guys, but this video will go on for days if I were to try to break it all down in one video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll be back with another video soon. But thank you guys for holding me accountable. In the meantime, leave a like, a comment, thumbs up, subscribe, and that's all I have for you guys today.